In the world of jazz, they say it's not the notes you play that matter, but the notes that you don't play. Stefan Molyneux has produced a lot of shows under the heading The Truth About, in which he exposes the failings of many famous people, including their sexual habits. But when it comes to people like Donald Trump, they simply slip through the net. He's done 3 shows on Trump, but they're all entitled The Untruth About Donald Trump, never The Truth. So let's watch the one he did about Muhammad Ali, but we'll throw in some Trump in order to give us some balance.
The Truth About Muhammad Ali. In the months before Muhammad Ali won the World Heavyweight Championship, there was awareness could potentially be drafted for military service in the war. Local sponsors used connections in an attempt to delay the process.
Donald Trump claims he had avoided military service during the Vietnam War solely due to high draft numbers. Selective service records would reveal the shameless presidential aspirant actually received a series of student deferments while enrolled in college. And then, just to make sure, he secured a medical deferment after he had graduated to grant that he was spared from the war and to serve his country.
You know what Trump was doing at the same time? He was partying it up in New York City. He used to go to a place literally called Le Club. He said he would see 7 models at the same time having sex on the tables. He said he would see 75-year-old businessmen with 3 Swedish models having sex. And he dared to say that John McCain was not much of a war hero because he got captured.
I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Amazing.
But Ali took the required selective service aptitude test as was required. So it wasn't surprising that Ali didn't score very well. His IQ, 78. Now, 70 or below, you're starting to talk about mental incompetency, but 78.
Yeah, Molyneux just loves to talk about how the white man is far superior to the black man.
Once you determine that perhaps the races are not equivalent, oh my gosh, where does this lead?
The idea that it's all racism is fundamentally incorrect.
This is Alex Jones, and he's a good buddy of Mr. Molyneux.
I want to get his take on all of this, Stefan Molyneux.
Oh, they've done lots of shows together, and I wonder how Molyneux would rate his IQ level.
By the way, this is a side issue. I've always thought Michelle Obama looked like something was wrong with her.
Now, you're not gonna believe this.
When you see her in a bathing suit, man, it looks like a man, and there are the photos of she's either keeping a banana in her pants or she's a man. And I heard this 8 years ago that he's married to a transvestite.
Now let's get back to Muhammad Ali.
August 1967, Muhammad Ali married
Ivana. This is the woman that he's had the most children with. The pair married in 1997 and had a pretty great marriage up until the early 90s when rumors began to circulate that Trump was having an affair with Marla Maples, whom he had met in the 1980s.
the very public betrayal. Ali's longtime physician, Ferdy Pacheco, said, "One could sense a strong, well-formed body. One got the sense of being in the presence of one of the world's great women, one of the world's great beauties." So, not always the best choice of virtuous women. He seems to have been kidnapped a little by looks.
You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy.
Muhammad Ali faced his next true battle. Divorce.
No worries for her, though. The paltry sum of $20 million, a $5 million housing allowance. The Donald even hosted one of her future weddings at their estate in Florida.
In perhaps the single most regrettable moment of his public life, Ali brought his latest of many mistresses with him to meet the first couple at the Philippines presidential palace.
The same time that Trump was knocking around with Marla, while he was married to Ivana, he was doing the same thing with famous tennis player Gabriela Sabatini.
When the Philippines leader said to Ali, "You have a beautiful wife," Ali did not correct him. At the time, the faithful Belinda was back in Chicago with their 4 children. What made it newsworthy was that it so challenged the integrity of Ali's public posture as a Muslim.
I'm a good Christian.
If the white man lived Christianity, it would be different, but I tell you, I think it's against nature for European people to live Christian lives. They don't keep their vows the way that, say, Muhammad Ali does.
As Trump was moving on to other foreign locales, such as Italy and Carla Bruni. A short relationship ensued, with Carla apparently being rather aggressive about Trump leaving Marla Maples.
Belinda Ali said, "I was hurt a lot by what was going on, but mostly I kept the hurt inside. Finally, it got to be too much."
Ha! Don't you just love it when Molyneux tries to do the voice of the person he's quoting? Let's give this failed actor the Hollywood treatment.
I was hurt a lot by what was going on, but mostly I kept the hurt inside. Finally, it got to be too much.
Okay, enough of that crap. Let's get back to Muhammad Ali.
On September 2nd, 1976, Belinda Ali filed for divorce, claiming adultery, desertion, and mental cruelty. She said, "I was the hostess, I was the mother, I cooked, I cleaned, I did all those things, and I was happy doing it because it made him happy. Everything got destroyed." On June 19th, 1977, Ali married Veronica Porch, the mistress who led to his last divorce. Muhammad Ali said, "I did things that were wrong and chased women all the time. I conquered the world and it didn't bring me true happiness. The only true satisfaction comes from honoring and worshiping God." I'm just looking for everyone to put these sound bites out there.
I brought my Bible.
According to his daughter, quote, "I was always worried about my father with Veronica. She was like a stage wife." And just by the by, when you look at the racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism of Ali's early life, you say, "Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on." That's not something that's often offered to white people.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
You say, "Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
The person performing that act is responsible, not the woman.
"Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
Are you for invading Iraq?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm the only one on the stage that said we should not go into Iraq.
"Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
You said the government should pay for everyone's health care.
That's false.
You've never said that.
Everybody's got to be covered. Universal health care. I am going to take care of everybody.
"Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
Gaddafi is killing thousands of people. We would be so much better off if Gaddafi were in charge right now.
"Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
If I decide to run for office, I'll produce my tax returns, absolutely.
David Duke was last in the KKK decades ago and has repudiated the KKK, but he's always brought up in conjunction with the KKK, which is unfair.
David Duke just joined.
"Oh, well, he changed his mind and so on."
I don't know anything about David Duke.
So these are just some thoughts I have about it. Hopefully this will be of interest to you. It's a little frustrating when you work very hard to study for decades, to gain wisdom, to gain the ability to hopefully emphatically and effectively communicate philosophy to people, that some people around the world are incredibly renowned for punching people in the head and in the side and in the spleen and in the belly and in the chest. Well, you get the general idea. Little bit frustrating, but that isn't the way of the world, and it's up to me to up my game. Just want to get that off my chest, and you can go to freedomainradio.com/donate to help support the show. We don't take ads. Thank you so much again. This is Stefan Molyneux. Take care.
Join us next week when Stefan Molyneux will be revealing the truth about Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King Jr., plagiarist. He was a liar. He had dozens of affairs, and there are apparently some quite salacious audio tapes of him saying extraordinary things during the act of sexual congress and endless gangbangs that occurred. It seems like he was a sex addict. The FBI had recorded King trying to arrange a sex party. The King was calling up all these girls and arranging for a party of men and women. I mean, a sort of orgy.
Well, Stefan, if you're ever tempted to do a show entitled The Truth About Donald Trump, please feel free to use any of these clips. Be our guest.